day of Drag Week. We have officially made the drive. We are getting ready to get in the Nova for the last time to go cruise over to the racetrack from the hotel. There's lots of race cars going to the track. We're hanging out with, that car's pretty cool. Brian Goldstone's car's over here is pretty cool. That's the fastest door slammer ever to run a Carolina Dragway, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so we're gonna get going to the track, get the car set up, make our last passes of the week, and load it up and get ready to go home. So I'll hang out for a little bit, watch some pretty cool racing, do that kind of stuff. But yeah, motor on home, and yeah, it should be pretty good though. It should be a good day. I'm stoked. Yeah, I'm not awake yet. I haven't had caffeine at all, so I need caffeine. That's a requirement right now. But after that, racing. It's one of these keys. I'm gonna say that one. Nope, it's always C. C for go. We have officially made it. As soon as we cross the beams today, we have finished Drag Week, which is pretty cool. So, Dooley's over there somewhere. I'll go say hi to the Dooley at some point today. But we are getting unloaded out in the grass. And we're gonna get ready to rock and roll. Should be a good day. So if we haven't specifically said how we've been changing the shocks, it's been pretty simple. So I have this one about to get put together. I already put the other side together. But what we end up doing is you take the air shock off, and you let all the air out of the shock system. So there's two lines that run along kind of this guy runs along, then it goes into a fitting back on the back side of the shock, and you undo the fitting, you undo the top part of the shock mount. We take that shock mount out, we unbolt it here, and then we put it on the QA1 like how that one's set up, and you put it in that little bushing setup right there, and it gets bolted back in. The whole thing between both shocks takes about 35 minutes to do. It's not too big of a deal, it just has to get done every day. So thankfully, this is the last time we're doing this, so I'm stoked because I get to just leave it like this. So yeah. First thing in the morning, rolling for our first passes. It'll be pretty good. Now we're getting serious. Air cleaner's off.
I went to 36. Like, son of a gun. We should have been doing this all week.
Yeah, it runs like at 12:40. You're like,
come on,
it,
man.
Really?
No, we can decide.
Yeah, I'd be stoked.
2 cars.
Only represents 15.5% attrition. That is better than our normal. Typically, you see 20% of the cars that start do not finish. So congratulations to those of you who have kept your junk on the road the entire time. The only class so far with a no... Reminder, we will have that stick shift shootout later on in the day. Cavallaro 1063, 126 miles an hour. And the Falcon 1299 at 105. Did not see that coming based on his performance earlier in the week. Right on. He ran in the 14s and then a high 13 or so back in the 14s, I think, yesterday, and boom, 12.99 at 105 for the Falcon. That's going to make him happy at the time slip booth. Colin Andrews is in the left-hand side in the 67 Nova. That's Sarah Johnson in the Camaro. Sarah's shifting gears in the Camaro as she goes 13.32 at 111. Andrews in the Nova, 12.76 at 105.
Okay, so I may have short shifted first to second. I honestly wasn't looking at the tack when I shifted. I was just going, and that may be our issue right there. But I mean, it 176 60 footed, so we were right where we wanted to be at 105. Let's see if we can try to get a 1270 or 1260 out of this thing and keep our average in the 1260s the entire week. So let's go back around and see if we can do that.
Back to racing. Sarah Johnson is back on the right-hand side in her 2011 Camaro. Colin Andrews on the left in the Nova. These cars get more and more familiar as the week goes on. Unfortunately for Brian and I, we don't get to meet every single person, every 288 cars and passengers and everybody else at Drag Week. I wish I had that opportunity. You know, back when I was working Hot Rod Magazine on the content side, it was great to be able to walk around and meet everybody and know the cars so thoroughly. But they've got a whole team of people doing that now as Sarah struggles off the line right there. She's got it back in gear. There's a whole team at Hot Rod Magazine bringing you the content and the information that you need at hotrod.com. So check that out as the Nova goes down at 1282, 104 miles an hour. And obviously that fumble off the line in the Camaro is going to slow it to 1504 at a big 111.
So we got a bracket car on our hands, fellas. If we look at these, we're on the left side on both of these. So 1765 and 1761, then an 810, two with a 2, and an 810 with a 3, and a 1076 and a 1282, sorry. 1276 and a 1282. 105 and 104. I mean, we'll take that 100%. So that means the Nova is going to have a mid 12 second, like 1250. It's going to be like a 1269 average for the entire week. So I can stoked, absolutely stoked with that. So I don't think I can complain. If you would have told me last week that we would be running 1280s, 1270s, and be kind of like, I wish the car was a little bit better. It's pretty good. So with that being said, we're gonna get everything loaded up. We're gonna head for the house because I don't know how much more we're gonna be able to run here, because they're gonna start running the fast cars later, and then the air is just gonna get worse and worse and worse. So I don't know if there's gonna be worth hanging out and trying to wait for another pass. So I think I'm gonna turn one of these guys in, and we'll get the car packed up back on the trailer. Hopefully the dually starts, and we'll be rolling back home. So I'll keep you guys posted until we get back to the house. That's where we'll end this video. But I'm gonna go talk with some people, go say hey, go say bye, give some stickers out, and do that kind of stuff, and then we'll be on the road. All right, so we are officially a 1269 average car at 155.5 miles an hour over 5 different tracks in 5 days. Today was a 1276 at 105. Look at that. Car's a bracket car, dude. Like within like 600 of every single track, pretty much. Within like a couple tenths. That is super cool. Yeah, I'm stoked. I got video of some other guys running. We're gonna go talk to some people. Maybe video them, we'll see. But regardless, you're gonna see us riding home with a really cool hot rod on the back of the trailer and a really cool truck. So this whole drag week thing has been awesome, and I'm stoked to have done it. And it's ruined me forever, like officially ruined me forever. So yeah, I'm beyond happy to be here and be able to do all of this. So can't thank everyone that's helped enough, because definitely wouldn't have done this without all that help. So that being said, we're going around talking with people. What's up? I haven't seen you in like a week. He goes, it's like a dog. He's like, I thought you left me. I thought you were leaving me out here in this field. So rude. Guess we should start it before we like load up everything and, you know, realize that it doesn't start because the battery's dead. That's positive. Fuel pump's on. Look at that. F-I-Tech 600 horsepower fuel injection system hasn't started in a week, and it just like nothing happened. Fuel injection, because that carburetor, if it was that carburetor before, and now granted that was a pool carburetor, but I would have had to be like pump, like, and it probably wouldn't start, and you know it would probably kill the battery because there's like no fuel in the system at all. Which is probably more the fuel pump than the carburetor, but I digress. Fuel injection's on it now, and that's what matters. We are loaded up. We are about to strap the Nova down. We're ready to rock and roll home. It's going to be about a 4.5 hour drive. But the Nova has officially completed Hot Rod Drag Week 2023. Woo! Got to prove it. And I just felt a raindrop. I ain't racing no more. I mean, I'm sorry for all the fast cars that haven't gotten to race yet. That really sucks for them. I wish the best for them, their day. Not having a really long day because of it. But I don't have to do it. Stop for one more time to get gas. We should be home hopefully before 8:30. That'd be awesome. So truck's doing good, EFI's doing good. My sweatshirt on probably. It's a little toasty. And by toasty, I'm delusional. You can see in my eyes. And we are back. Nova's back in the shop, back home. I'm exhausted. Like, exhausted. 2,000 miles worth of driving about, or 1,500 at least, is a lot. Driving, 250 miles there in the truck, 250 miles home in the truck. This for 1,000 miles gets a lot out of you in like 7 days. But I'm stoked. The Nova's back home. It made the whole trip. The dually made the whole trip. Had really zero issues the entire time, which almost makes for boring YouTube watching. But for me, it's a lot better. So, and it's everything that we were hoping for. And we did all that struggling like last month with everything that went wrong in the car, and it finally all culminating together into what we did this last week. So couldn't be happier with the way the car did. 1250s and a 167 60 foot and a 1269 average over the entire week after never running 12s ever, and the rear suspension not having any kind of clue on what the setup really is aside from basic setup, and the front suspension basically being the same thing and it all working, I mean, great. And I don't really have really much to tune on it, I don't think, because it all worked really well. I mean, there might be a few little things I might try to mess with, but I mean, that's all down the road stuff. And if we think about it, we can put a 50 shot or a 100 shot in this car and it's 1160 car easy. So it's always that next step, but we're not going to do that for a while if we ever do it. But until then, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for keeping up for this entire week. I'll be getting all this video up, and hope you enjoyed all that video that we did, and follow along with us as we keep going on to more stuff like this, because this has definitely got us hooked onto a completely different lifestyle probably. So yeah, we're ruined forever. Till then, I'll see you guys later. Peace.